Hey guys, ZK47 Master here, back with another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And on last episode, we kind of got stuck here at this bit of testimony, and pretty much the game tries to screw you over in its first part, actually, because you're not supposed to present anything. There was actually nothing that could be presented. You just have to press every single piece of evidence. So yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, yes. Of course, Von Karma has something to say about this. I know you want to find contradictions, but really?
I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
Alright. Now, obviously, the judge is on Karma's side, because Karma's freaking got 40 years of experience, we only have 3 cases, whatever. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. That's further, I guess. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? Ah, come on, man. What does the witness's motive in the camping by the lake have to do with the case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
Wait now. I'm the one that says that.
Well, then say it already.
Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Now we know he's completely spineless.
Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth nothing.
But Your Honor. You keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court.
And if that happens, you will have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Understood. Nick. A lot of testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But, if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision.
Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Oh! Who could that have been?
Who was that?
It was me. Maya.
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I don't. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Whoa, Lotta. Did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outbursts.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear, I saw Edgeworth. Wait, what is he objecting to?
Enough.
Wait, enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. No. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Well, you're wrong! The closest thing to the epic no. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Ooh, nice move, right? Order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
You know what? I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again.
But he's in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Sounds like a good idea. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Heh, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction here, or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
Okay, this is where it gets down and dirty. That last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Edgewood. Obviously, first thing we should do is press for more information. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it. If you can.
Mr. Wright, I have to...
What? Come on, man. Damn. That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I could find anything in there. Wait, will Maya say... What will Maya say? Alright. Well, how could she have seen it clearly if her camera couldn't even take a clear picture? So, show the lake photo. That's all we could object to. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. Oh, what? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? I love this accent.
Mr. Wright has a point.
Objection. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Oh, wait, what? Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart?
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Alright, next one. How Edgeworth was seen. I'd love to hear this. Alright. You're right. It was a cold night, and the fog was thick as grits. So, once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. I don't know.
You use binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one's better. This one's better be good. Gotta make sure not to lose any more penalties. I only got 3 left. It's actually the closest we got to actually losing, I believe, in this LP. You're right, it was a cold night, and the mist was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. Alright. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did. Yeah. That was incredibly vague.
Enough.
There is no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounds pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Alright, so I guess let's continue on pressing. That's probably the best thing we could do. So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee typists never find out where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Oh, great. So do all peers.
Alright, so once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Alright.
Your camera?
Yeah, it's got an automatic
The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained.
She's not letting her answer any of my questions. Maybe that was maybe that was an important fact. So once I finished with my camera, I got back in the car, because our camera is automatic. He objected right at that point. I don't know, let's continue on. Binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. What do you need, a telescope, not binoculars for that? Huh? Oh, I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning.
But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Well, we'll make that decision on the next episode. Sorry, this is the best cliffhanger I could find in this part of the game. So yeah, this is probably the best place to close off. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you could you please let me have a like and comment and subscribe if you're new. I will make more videos and I'll be seeing you guys later. Have a good night.